Hello everyone, hope you're right. In today's video, I'm going to plant some cucumber seeds in this raised bed here, and I have already got some cucumber plants going on in my greenhouse, so I'm going to transplant them in the other raised bed. So I have got 3 wooden lattice raised beds here, and I have got peas planted in 2 of them, and I had radishes in all of them. Radishes are gone now, so the front space is empty, and I'm going to prepare the front part of the raised bed to plant my cucumber seeds. So the idea is by the time these pea plants will be done by next month or so, as you can see they are already blooming, and soon they will start producing pea pods, and then they will be done, so I can pull them out, and by the time they are done, my cucumber seeds would be germinating, and my seedlings will be ready to climb up this wooden lattice raised bed. So I have loosened up the soil, and I'm adding chicken manure fertilizer in it, and I'm going to work it in the top inch of soil, which will add nutrition to the soil, and it will help not only the pea plants but also the cucumber seedlings once they germinate. So make sure to work your fertilizer in the top part of the soil. And now I'm going to make a 1-inch deep trench with this fork. So 1-inch deep trench is enough. You don't want to plant cucumber seeds too deep or not too shallow, so 1 inch is a good idea for the cucumber seeds. So I have got my cucumber seeds here. These are cucumber Beth Alpha. I grew them last year as well, and they produce like half-foot long nice smooth cucumbers, which are really yummy and crunchy. And they say you can plant them from March to April, which is basically for indoors. So I started my cucumber seeds indoors as well in the mid of March, and they are almost ready now to go outside in the garden. So they are nice healthy seedlings, which I will show you later in the video. So but because we live in UK here, I'm in zone 8B, it's very wet and cold up until June. Still these days we are getting lots of rain, so the cucumber seeds need like 18 to 20 degree centigrade temperature to germinate and do well. So that's a rough idea. So wherever you live, you need to look for this temperature. If you are getting the temperature between 18 to 20 degrees centigrade, that's when you need to start your cucumber seeds, or you can start them indoors for an earlier start. So here I dug my trench, and I'm placing my seeds 1 to 2 inches apart roughly. So basically, if you plant them in the ground, you can give them more spacing, so they will have more room to grow. But in raised beds or in containers, you can plant them closely. They still do okay because they have shallow root system. They don't go very deep, so it's okay to plant them a little close together. So after putting my seeds in, I have covered them with the soil plus compost. I have got soil and compost mixture here in this raised bed. I'm covering them and I'm pressing them so they are stuck in their place. There are no air pockets, and when I water them, they don't dislodge. So these are the steps you need to follow when you start your cucumber seeds. You need to make sure that the daytime temperatures are between 18 to 20 degrees centigrade. We don't get them here in UK up until June, so we can start them earlier indoors or in a sunny windowsill or in greenhouse for an early start. And you need to loosen up the soil, amend it with fertilizer, plant your cucumber seeds 1 inch deep, and then water them thoroughly after planting. So here you can see my cucumber seedlings, which I started like 6 to 8 weeks ago. So you can see they are nice and healthy. They already have got like 2 to 3 sets of true leaves. So this is the cotyledons, which are not true leaves. These are the seed leaves, and after that it has got 2 or 3 sets of true leaves, and it's doing really nice. In fact, they are running out of these small cobs where I started them. So even if the temperature is still not right for you, you can transplant them in bigger crops to get by some more time until the weather gets really nice. But cucumber plants do not like too much transplanting. So you can transplant them once, like from these crops to the ground or their final destination wherever you want them to go. But if you transplant them too much, they can be damaged easily. So here in this raised bed I have prepared my soil. This is empty raised bed, so my soil is ready, nice and loose and crumbly, and now I'm going to amend it with more fertilizer, and then I'll be planting my cucumber seedlings. I will try to accommodate as many as possible in here, leaving like 2 to 3 inches space between them. And this is the fertilizer I'm using. This is well balanced fertilizer. It's a slow release fertilizer. It has well balanced ratio of nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. It's different from the one I used for seed starting. You can use any fertilizer which you normally use, basically, as long as you give your plant some feed. It should be okay. So there are a variety of fertilizers available in the market. You can use whatever you have on your hand or you like to use in your planting. So basically, after prepping the soil, I'm going to make a nice hole, take my plant out of the pot carefully. You don't need to loosen the roots if it's all right, just a little bit teasing so they grow in all directions, and plant your root ball in there and press the soil around it so it's nice and firm in there. So you need to handle your root ball very carefully because these plants can be damaged very easily while transplanting. So just be gentle with the plant and try to transplant them in the same way as I am showing you here. After transplanting, it's important to water your plants thoroughly so they are nice and moist, and you should avoid overhead watering on cucumber plants because they can get powdery mildew very easily. So try to water at the bottom of the plant where the roots can soak up the water and the leaves stay dry as much as possible. So my cucumber plants are looking nice and healthy. I'm hopeful to harvest nice and crunchy cucumbers After 1 month or so, cucumber plants produce male and female flowers, so they need bees to pollinate those flowers. So hopefully the weather gets warm and we get lots of bee activity around these plants. So if you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of my gardening videos. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye.